Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our flight in discovering one new Chinese expression a day. Yesterday, we talked about the business 102 for Chinese businessmen. That is 取财有道. Get your wealth, but 有, you can regard it as with mindfulness. And this Dao is the English Tao, T-A-O. That means the way, the right way, the morally correct way. So I call it virtuous wealth. Okay, today we continue with this concept of wealth, 财 in 恭喜发财. You probably have heard this expression because every Chinese New Year, people say this to each other. And actually it's a Cantonese tradition. So me come from non-Cantonese subculture among the mainlanders of Chinese. I don't say 恭喜发财 in Chinese New Year. I would say 新年快乐, a standard Happy New Year. But 恭喜发财 is Cantonese people, money obsessed Cantonese people. That's their tradition. That's the best wish. I guess that's what you want to hear. And that's what's your best wish to each other as well. Like make progress in terms of wealth. Okay. 财, roughly review. This currency, ancient currency represented by the seashell. This is the shell, the soft body of the shell, and that's currency. And then the right side means the potential. It means talent. So Chinese concept of talent means it got a potential by having this pointer point at the root of things. One is root because you can see this vertical line, and then this horizontal line means the ground level. So it's some plant have its root under the ground, and then the pointer point to exactly the root. So that's potential to convert to currency. So potential to spend. That's the definition of wealth. It's what you own that potentially can be spent, can be used. That's a resource at your display, right? Not display, at your command, instead of the ones that you already spend, like have a big house, have like all that are transacted already. That doesn't belong to you anymore. Actually, you'll probably have to pay banks money. But wealth was defined as the money you have not yet spent. That's wealth. Okay. 恭喜. This phrase, you can use it alone. You can 恭喜, congratulate together. Congratulate somebody got a new baby or something like that, right? So, or 恭喜, promotion. So in that sense, you can use this just like congratulate in English. But what is made up of come from this 恭. I translate it as salute. It's a kind of recognition. Came from this 恭 concept. So this is a 20 sign. 20 came from 10. So 10, Chinese 10 is simply a cross symbol. Horizontal line, vertical line, intersect. That's Chinese concept of 10 because it came from this roping, ancient record keeping method by roping, tie a knot there, that to signal that we already have 10. That's between the two parties in transaction that haven't been transacted yet, but is in record, right? So it's your account receivable or payable that recorded back then by tying a knot. So eventually this knot tying on the rope was kind of, okay, have an indicator, horizontal line to make it more obvious. So that's number 10. We have 10, 10 next to each other and then connected at the bottom to make it one unit. That's visually just 20. And then you have left hand and right hand, 3-finger hand to represent, okay, somebody. It could be from the same person or from like a left and right hand, right? Like right now I can represent or replicate the symbol right here in front of you. That could mean from the same person, or it could be from different people, right? So 2 hands, basically sharing this 20. And 20 is an abstract of, is it 20 crops, 20 domestic animals, 20 of something? But that sharing, that 2 hands are going to take this 20 20, I guess, in Chinese concept, it means plenty. So it's again a random number throwing out there to mean it's a multitude, it's a lot. It's more than 3 because a lot of times Chinese represent repetition of something by 3. But here 20 means a lot. So a lot of it, and then shared by between the 2 hands. So this sharing, which is 共, was captured here. And then bottom is heart. So this is a chamber of heart. This is input tube, output tube. I don't know the direction. Direction doesn't matter. And then the third tube is to power the heart itself. So basic anatomy of the heart. So heartily sharing. So that's almost, we can view it almost like empathy, like you're sharing some material wealth or sharing something, and then share with heart. So this, that you can relate to another person, both on an emotional level and probably in material level as well, that you're sort of connected. So that's the frame, what's framed in here. And that's eventually used as a salute. You know, if you see ancient culture, a lot of times they do this. When they do this, that's the body language for this character. That means 恭. So it's almost like 2 hands, right? 2 hands, or give you this respect of whatever you accomplished, or something like I salute you, like you're doing a good job, like cheerleading. So that's the concept of 恭. 喜 came from this music making thing. That we have this horizontal line, the earth again, and then have this trident shape, the plant growing on top of the earth, but the plant is not, it's not showing the root, the underground portion, only the upground portion. And that, some say it symbolizes the plant is growing upward. So it's upward pointing. So here, this means something is stand up straight, pointing opposite of the gravity direction, right? It's the opposite direction. And then this is the drum set. The drum surface with a stand, the drum standing over there, upright. And then at the bottom is the mouth symbol, which looks like a smiley face kind of mouth. So smiley face with a drum set up, standing up. So that's kind of a music making. So I guess that's a ancient party going kind of thing, live music, and people are having fun. And that represents joy. Okay, so salute joy is, I recognize your joy and I share that joyfulness. So this congratulates, in English, when we say congratulate, it's almost just like that. I share your joy. That's how I congratulate you, right? I can understand why you feel so joyful, and I'm sharing that. Even as may not be materially sharing your glory, but emotionally I support you. So because I'm part of your clan, something like that, right? So that's 恭喜. 发财, okay, 财 we got it. Now before we have 有财, no, 有道, 取财. Okay, yesterday we have 取财, which is cut ear off your enemy. So take something that doesn't belong to you to your pocket. That's 取财. Now 发财. Okay, it's even more extravagant way. It's not taking individual years, because taking individual years is a slow process, right? Wealth accumulation takes time. So basically you're converting your time somehow. So this time function, and then you have wealth function, right? So imagine this chart, time, wealth is accumulation. But 发财 is a different, it's exponential growth. It's irregular. It's abnormal growth, because fat means trigger wealth. It's almost like in the world of social media, some video got viral, right? Got so like out of nowhere, but all of a sudden people start to send, so it becomes exponentially growth. It's unexplainable, mysteriously growth, become rich all of a sudden. So there is this, okay, not accumulating like this. It's this, and then go up like that. So that's what 发财 is. So this kind of a rocket going up, wealth explosion, it came from this, arrow shooting image. So this is 2 feet symbol. We have this feet symbol in last slides, I guess. Yeah, so you see, it's the same symbol, recurring theme. It's 1 foot, and just like left and right hand, we have left and right foot here represented in this way. So it's like, you can imagine it's somebody's foot standing right there. And then here we have, again, 3-hand symbol. It's only the right hand though. And then the 3-hand symbol is holding onto something, right? And then here, this mechanism actually is the bow. And it's the bow with this, say it. I don't know the terminology of that, but you place the arrow onto the bow, and on the bow there is a place that kind of recessed a little bit. That's where you place the bow on, and then you pull and shoot. And so this whole thing here is depicting using right hand, putting the arrow onto the bow and then shoot. So I guess the foot here standing there means you kind of aiming, you have to, in bow shooting, you have to stand in a certain posture that your body kind of even in a controlled manner, in a balanced controlled manner. That's how you can hit better your target. And I would view it as part of the practice of how you shoot bows. You have to keep both feet balanced, and then you shoot. The whole thing with 2 feet, right hand, and unrepresented left hand, which is holding the bow part, right? And right hand is the string, represent the whole arrow shooting scene. And from arrow, that means the wealth is growing just as fast as the arrow shooting out of space. It's out there. It's like a rocket going up, right? That's contemporary visualizing how things go up. But in ancient times, things don't go up unless, back then things don't go up. The fastest thing, the most speedy thing is to see an arrow go out back then, right? So that's their rocket. Comparing that super speedy wealth generation to here, it means 发财 means 恭喜发财, basically make a fortune. So it's not even about accumulate wealth steadily over time. It's about win a lottery. It's make a huge fortune. So this phrase is what Chinese, among them, Cantonese specifically, wish each other for. Like this year, make a huge fortune. That's 恭喜发财. That's Chinese way of Happy Chinese New Year. You see, 恭喜发财 in a rabbit year, and then the translation is Happy Chinese New Year. That's what you say to Chinese people, at least the Cantonese version, to wish them a Happy New Year. Okay, cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie.